Welcome to Shelf Help, a channel dedicated to talking to the void about whatever book I happen to be reading. I am your host, the reader. The following review will contain spoilers. If you follow my Twitter, you know this has been kind of a month. Above and beyond the usual December nonsense. Mom got sick, but she'll be okay. Work did a stupid with the schedule, and I got puppies. It's been a lot. Something had to give. So, I decided to download a couple of smutty Christmas-themed Kindle books. My criteria is that the books had to be Christmas-themed, and they had to be from an author I'd never heard of. First we have A Mate for the Christmas Dragon by Chant. I think I'm saying that right? Yeah, monster fucker, I know. But all intimate encounters are between humans. The dragon barely features. Jasper is a dragon shifter. He loves Christmas. Not only because it's Christmas, but it's also his birthday. Unfortunately, his family is under a curse that's never really explained, and if he doesn't find his true mate by his 25th birthday, he will have to choose between spending the rest of his life as either a man or a dragon. He spent years searching the world, but with just 5 days left and no mate in sight, he's come home to spend his final days with his family. Abigail hates Christmas. It's just never been good to her. After her mom died, she moved to a small town for the scenery and to start over, only to learn they put up Christmas decorations in August. She works herself to the bone all season, doing nothing but work and sleep, ensuring she is too busy and too tired to think about it, and reinforces her own misery. She literally falls off a ladder and into Jasper's arms. And he knows she is her mate. Now he has to win her heart in just 5 days. It's very sweet. He plans dates in the tiny windows of time she has, from bringing her coffee to taking her dog sledding. It's very romantic and sweet. Romance as a genre tends to be very formulaic. Characters meet, sparks, tragedy, reunion, and happy ending. Sometimes there's a few happy endings along the way as well. But neither of these stories really deviate from the pattern. Anyway, Abigail lets her fear get the best of her, and she pushes Jasper away, and in a panic he turns into a dragon, flies away, thinking his time is up. Now, as I said, this story doesn't deviate from the standard. Abigail realizes her mistake and goes after her true love and finds instead a dragon. Being a rational, intelligent woman, confronted with an enormous creature that should not exist, she decides the best thing to do is play the mouse, pulling the thorn from the lion's paw. Just once, I'd love to see one of these human partners run screaming from the monster. But no, we are past that part. So she just knows the dragon won't eat her. She saves him, and they pull up their adult panties and confess their issues to each other, and she agrees to be his mate. And they have a wonderful Christmas, and honestly at this point the story kind of falls apart for me. Way too saccharine. But bonus points for the dragon actually having a physical pile of gold as a hoard in a hidden mountain cave. Yes, they use that exactly how you think they do. This is smut. There's no shame here. I'm gonna put this one on the middle shelf. It's fine. Not as spicy as I would like, but that's really a personal taste thing. Our next story is Snowed In with Grumpy by Olivia Noble. This is exactly what it says on the tin. 2 or more people are trapped together for whatever reason, so they have sex. This is actually very realistic. 9 months after a blizzard, there's a baby boom. Avalanche Snow is a real estate agent. Yes, her name is Avalanche. Her sisters are Noelle and Juniper. The gay best friend stereotype is named Rudolph, and the main hunk is Garland. We are leaning into the theme on this one. Ava wants to buy land from Garland. The meeting goes hilariously wrong. She goes to his home, deep in the mountains, to try again. They fight, she leaves, there's an avalanche, he rescues her. Now they're snowed in together. This one is simpler than the first. The main issue is tonal whiplash. The first half is silly. The names are ridiculous, the situation is contrived, even the curses are Christmas-themed. The first time someone said holy hell, I read it as holly hell. Whatever. We all know what we're here for. Not all romance has to be traditionally romantic. But the second half goes full dead baby. Literally. This is a totally unnecessary level of drama that comes right out of left field. There are good and bad ways to raise stakes in a story. Let's set aside for a moment that the conflict was resolved and the couple was together and the scene did nothing for the story. The barest hint that Ava had a past that was not pain-free was a single line of, she had been hurt before. That's a long way from dead baby. You really need to warn your readers, especially if we're going to start so lighthearted. And further, there's no reason for this. The conflict was resolved, the characters had found love, the snow had melted, and power restored. Cutting this scene would have saved the book for me. I'm going to have to put this one on the fourth shelf. The first half was ridiculous in a good way, but springing the completely unnecessary twist at the end for no reason is just unacceptable. Thank you for your time. I know everyone's mileage will vary, so feel free to leave your thoughts. And I hope you had a Merry Christmas.